Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we are in Westhill for what might be the last day building today. There's only a couple things left to do on the road. The east road that we were working along yesterday needs a few final touches. We need to make a road trip to dump some flowers off at Cosmics and sort out some inventory stuff, but that's really it. It's funny, I should have planned this a little bit better. I feel like it would have been better to have the final thing being built in Westhill something more monumental like the keep or a tower or something like that. There is the tower south of town that is the old wizard tower that was taken down and is now just storage, so we're also going to address that, I think, but it's a subtle thing. But I guess that's, I mean, when you're building a town over 4 years and you realize that it's been mostly roads, it is maybe kind of fitting that the last thing is what we're going to do. Is going to be a road. Dan is saying planning. What's that? Yeah, right. Like it's just, I really didn't have a grand plan for this area either. It's just one of those things that you're just going to keep on building until you're feeling satisfied. And right now we're feeling satisfied. So there's a chance that at the end of the stream, either today or probably tomorrow, it's more likely that our Saturday stream is going to be adventuring out and looking for a new place. And I still don't have an actual home base outside of the swamp. So we may end up having a lot of our stuff here in Westhill for a while. So I do want to try to move on, though. I want to try to have a little bit more mobility on the server. Blast Jordan, good to see you. Hello, hello. Hope everyone's having a good morning so far. Happy Friday. SweetSandi is also here. Let's just jump right in. So first thing, I need some food because we're running low. And I've got chicken and potatoes. I guess I could just cook more potatoes. I do have some golden carrots, but I'm trying to conserve those. What do we have that will work for fuel that I just want to get rid of? Usually, I've got something. Oh, good start. Normally there are things I want to burn. I don't think you can use... Oh, that's jungle leaves. Some of this can actually get replaced, I think. We were low on grass the other day. That's one thing we need. We need grass. And I could, you know what? I could probably spare some of this kelp. Fuel. Oh, can you not use it as... I thought you could use it as fuel. I have to do kelp blocks. Oh, you have to turn it into fuel first. Right. You have to dry it first. Bring those. Or at least empty them. Hey, there's the Wormbo. How's it going? Cheese Cat, good to see you. Right, so what we're going to do is we're bringing the extra flowers to Cosmic, so I don't need 2 stacks of those. I certainly don't need... I don't know that I need more than 1 stack of anything. Keep those. Those go up those get taken up fast. Surprisingly, we don't have very many of those. Liverwort, poppies. All right, we don't have as many of those as I thought. Still, it's a decent amount of flowers going to Cosmic. Don't think beetroot is necessary. That should do us for now. Okay, so flowers are sorted. I don't know why I would need this many of these ones either. I think 2 of each should be fine. What else were we short on? Some of this stuff is going to be things I reorganize outside of stream. Mangrove. I think we're short on gravel. Might actually grab some mangrove. Gravel. Yep. I don't know where I'm going to get extra gravel. Extra tough. Seeing as we're making a road trip, we might as well take advantage. Do I have? I might have basalt in the nether. I feel like the last time we had to go get some, we had to go mine it. We're absolutely fine on oak wood, that's for sure. Birch leaves, surprisingly. Again, I don't see us using a lot of those. Some of this we can just put away in the nether, in a place that makes sense. That's all food. We have to bring that with us, and we will bring that with us too. Cool. I think that's all I need. Best place to add the flowers is to the storage chests in the flower farm. If there isn't a chest for the flower, just put it in any chest that's there and move them later. All right, cool. No problem. I'm gonna go check out the storage back here just to see if there's anything else. Plus, this is the tower ruin that I mentioned before. That's a fun emote, Blast. I really like that one. So I think one of the things I'd like to do is take this road and actually curve it up to this little place here. And then have this actually look decent. This is just all the mini blocks. But then there is, I don't see any, I don't remember any gravel. Lots of other goodies. I'll have to come over and take that out. We'll just sleep in the first bed. Should be in this place here on the right. Pays to have them everywhere. Nice. Road trip. It's funny how after working for so long on Westhill, that wrapping it up feels almost anticlimactic. Like, I think it'll be a little bit more of a celebration when I do like a tour with somebody. Right now it's Pixarifs, I believe, and I'm working on somebody else. I don't know if it's going to happen at the same time or if I'll end up doing two. It might be fun to do two, just because that way different perspectives and different ideas. And so the other road that we're going to be working on today is the one that goes in between that cliff and this hill. It's very straight, and I want to kind of wind it out of eyesight, similar to what we did over in the west. Like over here we've got this road that kind of like gradually, it looks pretty stark on the map, but it kind of gradually gets less and less decorated until it goes out of sight. And then this one here is just like a straight shot and it stops. So I want to kind of I want to wind this around the corner, and I want to do some landscaping in through here, and then same thing down here. I just want to, rather than having it stop right there, I think originally it was going to curve out this way. I think I'm just going to curve it around here, so just it just kind of goes out of sight and heads down this way, which would make sense actually. There's also a little bit of bone meal stuff I want to do up on the right. I took a quick walk around before stream today, trying to make a note of like what exactly I wanted to do, like what was left. Sometimes, you know, when you're building in Minecraft, you can't seem to walk fast enough. But I find that when you're going on a walk where it's like relaxing and there's some scenery to look at, I feel like you almost move too fast sometimes. If you're new to the channel, we have teleportation command blocks on the server that teleport you about 10,000 blocks between the different build zones. So different zones have got different themes in the server, so that way people's skyscrapers don't end up being behind some wizard castle. And it's nice, and it really helps with what would have been like really long, boring nether travel on streams. Because most of the other people on the server stream, or they used to anyway. All right, dropping off the nether wart, I think was in there. Do I have any gravel that I can steal? Take the grass though. No gravel there. Gravel's renewable with piglin bartering now, right? Like that's... I'm needing to go to the desert to get some. That's what we're doing right now. I have a lot of stuff in here. Piglin bartering, yeah. We have one of those set up very manually. It's not a big job. So there's a couple of infrastructure things I want to do on the server, but I don't think I want to put them back down here. I think when I do things like that, I want to pop into the nether. One of the things we didn't do and have yet to do actually is add a nether portal to Westhill. I've got no idea what the nether looks like underneath Westhill. So the flower farm that we built for Cosmic is over here behind the house. In the greenhouse. Very bright. Oh, it's where bone meal goes. Right. Are these all empty? Oh no, I guess they start at the top? Whoops. I thought that they were filling in from the bottom. They're obviously filling in from the top first. How does that work? I built this, I don't remember. I guess the hoppers are just putting things up at the top first. Two tall flowers. I can just put these there. Oh, those are rockets. I would have been wondering where those went. Thanks, Wormbo. I just caught that too. We are going to pop downstairs and steal some mangrove, though. As you can see, the flowers will get used. Could have had free rockets for an elytra I don't have. Nice. Steve, thanks. Yeah, I got it. Ooh. Is it over here? Crackstone. There we go. Let's go with 3 should be okay. Cool, that's done. Don't. I think Cosmic had tough elsewhere, but they said we can grab this. I'm also going to grab the gravel. Cosmic said they had tons of tough hanging around. Lots of smooth basalt. Same problem I have. Deep slate, but not cobbled deep slate. Cool. And then gravel. This is not going to solve our problem. We need a lot more than that. Empty shulker box. Basalt. Actually, I guess I could put this in there. I don't know exactly what to do with the wheat seeds. I guess we could just compost those. Oh, Cosmic's got a composter. We'll do that. Take whatever you need so disorganized. This won't be the only place to have whatever block you're taking. Oh, that's good to know. Thanks, Cosmic. So yeah, I didn't see any other gravel. Random things, some of which are important. That's great. I love the notes. Maybe we're helping Cosmic by decluttering their storage by stealing little bits of gravel from all the chests. Gravel. You really are disorganized, Cosmic. It's not at all following any logic. This is where I really feel like Minecraft could use a sort chest button. I know that Pixelriss always argues that, well, everybody's going to sort their chests differently. Yeah, but video games always sort stuff and usually do it alphabetically or alphanumerically. So, like, just let people sort it manually if they don't like it alphabetically, and just give people that would really like things to go in order a chance to put it in order. I feel like there was another chest of like deep slate or something upstairs last time I was here. Like there was like spillover from some dig project. Oh, there's some tough. Holy crap. It's a great thing about being on a server when you're playing survival. It's nice to be able to fill up, because ultimately somebody has something that you need that they don't, right? I feel like we were low on cobble deep slate. I'll bring that back with us too. So I think my plan is to take care of a few things like this, and then on the first break I'll go to the gold farm and I'll get some levels, or maybe I'll go to the end. No, we could probably use the extra gold. Where am I going? Nether for basalt. I didn't see any basalt in my nether chests that I remember. You're getting a glimpse of what Mr. Cosmic feels like daily. Nice. Really cool to be coming back through the Nether more often. We've put so much work into this area. I don't remember seeing any basalt. I'm not sure whether he was mad at me or whether zombie piglin scared him away. Oh, he was mad at me. I think it's one of the most annoying things about the piglins is that I can understand them attacking you if you weren't wearing gold, but attacking you because you open up your own chests is really annoying. It's not a game mechanic I enjoy. I should really look into a data pack that should remove it. Memory serves, there is a basalt delta out here to the north. No, I've got gold in my head. We don't need a lot. But while I'm out here gathering things. Salt Delta, unfortunately, is all hovering above a lava lake, which is not ideal. Maybe we'll try something higher and more solid. Nether flying, says Sandy. Yeah. It'll happen. You know, that is what I don't want to run into. At least with the shaders, you'll get a hint before the lava starts to pour out. There's obviously lava right there. Maybe get ourselves back up to a good 3/4 full. Oh, crap. That's why we do this slowly. Man. Kind of hurts when you miss the air and fall in a lava lake. Yep. We are trying to avoid that. Mining in the nether with limited armor? Yeah. I don't really spend much time in the nether. Oh, it's Blackstone. You know what we think about Blackstone? That's right, we seem to have found a pretty safe chunk. Lava doesn't spend much time flowing in the nether. You're right, yeah. It's fast. I forget about that sometimes. I also forget that because I do so much, like, overworld endgame stuff where I'm pretty good against overworld mobs, I forget that I'm really underpowered when it comes to the nether. Like, if I was to do another project, I would have to completely change the gear that I'm wearing. For sure. I died a lot when I was making the Blackstone cavern for our netherite mine. But I mean, if you want a lot of this stuff, this is the easiest place to come and get it. Best to do it on an edge, because that way you're not dealing with those little lava pits, and you're not dealing with not slimes, what are they called? Magma cubes. Alright, I think that gets us in pretty good shape. Good stuff. Now, the gravel stuff is going to be east if we go in the overworld. Some of our old desert gen could help. A basalt generator in the overworld would be a great project for my sci-fi area. I'm going to do a lot of redstone farms and cool stuff like that. I might even be able to tease that today if I can find the image that has the coordinates on it in my folders. I've got a screenshot with the coordinates. All right, got the tuff, got the basalt, gravel. Still needed. Now for that, I'm going to want some speed potions. I think 2 should be sufficient. Yeah, we don't have a fast enough gold farm to really have really overpowered piglin bartering yet. But that might be something I do. That's so strange that the roofs of these things have not been rendering in. Do we get... I don't think we get gravel from this farm. There might be some down here, though. Concrete is such a big issue that I'm sure I don't have much of it. I could also check the modern city, but any gravel we have in the modern city I kind of want to leave there because that's where we use a lot of the concrete. It's probably best to leave it there. It's one of the unfortunate portals that switched directions when we got that update ages ago. I always forget about the new desert sounds. No gravel here either. That's okay. This is our mining desert, so it's basically just completely destroyed. No sand left anywhere. But there is gravel in the hills. At least I think there is. Looks like gravel to me. Obviously not the first time I've been here, given the depth of the walls. This is probably faster than searching the server for chests of gravel. Sometimes it's the most straightforward thing to do is just go get more. When you've got endgame level swiftness potions, netherite shovel, and you know where it is, if you don't have to go looking for it. Oh, there's more than one layer. Awesome. I think I had left that, obviously, walled off on purpose. We need to make coarse dirt. That's the main reason for getting this much gravel. Oh yeah, we'll have this filled up in no time. I know it's not always the most efficient to do the straight line thing, but you end up picking everything up at the same time that you're mining it. It is kind of satisfying too. Good thing I plan to go to the gold farm after this, because of course my shovel is going to be pretty low. We're going to need that when we get back to Westhill. It is kind of fun taking the gravel layer off of some stuff in Minecraft, because you end up revealing some pretty interesting shapes of stone underneath. Isn't it much like the dirt layer in most biomes and the sand layer in deserts? Yeah, exactly the same thing. Yep. I find that the gravel is usually only one layer though, so you can kind of get to this cool stone layer faster. I know of another flat area? I would say that looks pretty good. We'll get some snow, but this will work out nicely. Come to think of it, we might actually need the snow too. And that is how slow it is when your potion wears off. The real trick was mining the desert. As you can see, it's been very much mined out. And what I used to do is bring a beacon over here, and I would just put the beacon down with the speed potion, and like you just, with the swiftness on the beacon and the swiftness on the potion, like you just fly through it. It's ridiculous. It's really fun. As long as you get a fast enough shovel, you're laughing. Oops. We'll probably put a little bit extra in the white shulker box too, because some of this is going to be immediately turned into coarse dirt. I don't know if it's faster to do 2. Not quite as easy on the eyes. We'll probably just go until the potion runs out. Efficiency 3 diamond shovel should be fast enough for mining. Yes. Yeah. The netherite's better for durability. So that you don't, if you're mining sand or something like this for a long time. We had that issue in the modern city. It was such a big area to take the dirt from that the shovels just weren't lasting. So you really had to be paying attention, because like you don't want to destroy your mending shovel, you know. Speaking of, I am keeping an eye on my shovel as well. So like I said, we're just going to go until the potion wears off. I should also bring her to bed. Why are we getting so much gravel? Coarse dirt. We've got some road work to do, and I really only had like 2 stacks of coarse dirt, and the data pack for the coarse dirt slab is not working correctly, and so it's very expensive to make the slabs at the moment. And like I said, because we know where this gravel is from the old world gen, like it's so easy to come and grab it, and no one builds in this area, so it's just purely like a mining area. And honestly, like we could probably turn it into like a full mining area where it's where we could put a diamond mine if we wanted to. It's where we could put anything that you needed to mine. We could just call like this eastern zone, sorry, western zone. Just like no holds barred, almost like when people have like a mining server, so that you don't destroy the world that you're building in case someone needs like a lot of trees or stuff like that. Oh, I'm out of food. Netherite gets a box less, or a box more. Yeah, the mining mountains would be a fun thing for sure. You know what, we're gonna fill up before we actually run out of stuff. Oh, we've run out of easy layers in pit stone. That was a good 3 or 4 layers though. It's also not the most entertaining thing to do, but I guess it's good for people that want some tips and how to quickly collect a lot of material when you've been playing the game for a long time in survival. That's a big cave. I guess I'm allergic to gravel. Nice. That'll do. That's full, and this is also going to be full. Take advantage of the speed potion, and maybe it'll get us back to the nether a little bit faster. We also got some snow layers. North, east. Easy to spot. Unfortunately, it's not a very big desert, so we've kind of picked it clean. Chopping Friday, yeah. We need to go to the gold farm. So we'll be able to repair the shovel and also get some gold for carrots. We've got carrots, it's just that I don't have a lot of gold. I really like the footsteps on nether bricks. I think it's a similar sound effect for most bricks. Not my first rodeo. Well, they're already mad. That's good to know. Down. Cool. I am just going to... Oh, there we go. Right up against my first break. That actually worked out perfectly. So I'm just going to sit here while I'm on break and rack up some levels and some gold. And I will see you guys in about 5 or 6 minutes. We'll head back to Westhill and start working on the roads. And 10 levels isn't bad, or close to it. That back. Shovels repaired. I guess we could maybe do a little bit more and repair the pick a little bit. Unfortunately, when I AFK, I've got to use like a macro clicker. But unfortunately, we have to sit here and actually hit these guys now. There's minecarts in there that are helping them. Of course, they do get hung up sometimes. Fortunately, if you kill them back there, there's nothing to suck up the gold. All right, that's probably good. Netherite picks last so long anyway. I'm missing 2. Oh no. Can never get these to split right. I know there's a trick to it, but I never set it up. A little bit of gold for carrots, not a lot. I think one of my best tips for storage and stuff is just always leaving something in the shulker box that all you have to do is just right click to pop something back in, or shift click. It's so much faster. Okay, I think good. Back to Westhill. I don't think there's anything in Dartmouth Meadows that I need. Really wish the map would switch automatically to work in the Nether, but you have to set the levels each time. And then when you go back into the overworld, it doesn't look right. A big dark whatever. It's just looking at like whatever those minerals are. Or exposed like grass and nether. Is there no automatic Y level? No. I wish there was. Unless I'm completely missing it. I could just not know. I've not really looked into it because we've spent so little time in the Nether in the last 4 years that it really hasn't been a big deal. Oh, they're mushrooms? Thanks, Dan. Are they mushrooms on the Nether ceiling? Is that what they are? Yeah. So the only thing textured up here is just the path. I didn't do anything in the woods or anything on the river banks or anything like that. It's only it's only when you get in the valley that things are super tight. Yeah, we decided as a server to not go up on the nether roof. So that's why the gold farm's in a giant lava lake. Makes it more interesting. I just realized that I might want to do some nether wart stuff there. That might be a good thing. I think there's going to be a couple things I add to the list that are going to have question marks next to them. Like, do I really need to do them, or am I just making myself more work? But I really like that little patch of red. And I feel like it could be a little bit bigger. I feel like we might want to run it right down there, or pull it across here. There's the bee that likes to steal hives from the inn. If that wasn't a rhetorical question, yes, you're making yourself more work. Part of it is that, like, I don't know what I'm going to do next. Like, I need to actually sit down and have a plan for, like, what am I going to do on stream next week? Because, I mean, like, I'm going to play a different game for a little bit, for sure. But we've also got a lot of really good momentum going right now with Minecraft at my 10 a.m. slot, so I don't want to rock the boat too much. So like a new game won't be every day, and it makes sense to play Minecraft on Tuesdays because that's snapshot day. It's also the day after the spawn chunk, so that all makes sense. Right, first things first. We have a very empty coarse dirt and a very full dirt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Start there. Unfortunately, I used to have this be 1-to-1, but now we get 1 slab out of 3 dirt. It really rips us down at the moment. Don't know how that happened. So There's obviously an error in the data pack. We will use this for sure, so that's not a big deal that we made more than we need. I do enjoy having a nice full shulker box full of gravel, and I think I'm actually going to put that here with the sand. That might make more sense. We may even have to have a gravel too. You can't name it at the same time, which I find very odd. You have to do the label first. Feel like we are good for gravel for a while. We'll probably also get a bit of grass as we go through and make these road adjustments. Mangrove can go back. Where to put that? I guess probably better over here. Cool. Empty shulker box. We'll keep that for when we're building. Don't need the dye. We will bring the dirt and the grass. Do I have spare room in the grass? I think the grass is full. Grass is full. Nuts. I'm probably going to fill that up in no time. All right, what else am I going to need for a road? We're going to need the texture box. I'm going to cook a little bit more food. And I think that's it. I guess we'll bring stone in case we have to do any kind of cliffs. I have to make more rooted dirt. Do that right now, actually. I have shears. So one of the things that I want to do in this new sci-fi area, not that we're going to need a lot of rooted dirt, but I want to create a bunch of different like small farms for replenishing stuff like this, so that the sci-fi area will end up being like a staging area for all my other projects. I think it's an X. Yeah. So this is a data pack that I made that allows us to craft rooted dirt. So there are a few little quality of life things that are definitely happening. Oh, that needs to go back in there. Server is only 7 years old. There's no rush to make a home. I have a cabin. I have my little cabin in Dartmouth Meadows. We've got a home. So I think the easiest road to start with is going to be the one that's over by where we finished up yesterday, because my head is kind of like fresh in that space. That is a zombie with armor. No home in the Nether then. Nope. Not for me. Well, there's the workshop, but like that just ended up being like a permanent place to do things in the Nether where that made sense. I'm not even sure why the super smelter is in the Nether. I say super smelter, it's just like a large smelter array. So everything here is good. Everything here is good, and then about here is when things start to get a little bit wonky. So we'll set up here, I guess. Maybe just a little bit lower where there's more room. So we'll do the coarse dirt first, and then we'll lay in the textures and stuff. And the first thing that's happening is that this is just too straight for me. So I need to do something about that. I think we're going to bring it out a little bit here. And we know we've got lots of grass, so we're going to start to try to place down some of this where we can. It's too bad because I like this tree, so I don't want to mess with that too much, but I think immediately after this tree, we need to expand this a little bit. And that might mean getting rid of this other tree. Yeah, I don't mind it being straight through here, but I feel like it just needs a little bit more. I'm not sure what the word is. Variety. We can also sneak in some grass, I think that will help. Sort of broad strokes, sort of finishing touches, sort of just making things look a little bit better. Might even use some carpet through here. That does look kind of funny, doesn't it? Well, it's a better view. This is where I thought the stone might come in handy. Even though we're never going to see this side of it, I just thought it would be nice to have this kind of go out a little bit. Yeah, that's cool. I don't mind that. Now I do want to take this around the corner. And for that, I think I just need to pick an end point. So I feel like we just need to get it around so it's out of kind of view from when you're in Westhill. And I would consider like this in the valley. And so I just need this to kind of wind around the corner and basically just stop probably about here. And it'll be a little bit tricky underneath that tree, but we should be okay. 2, 3, 2, 1. So 1. Oh, there goes the shears. Didn't bring any slabs with me. There's a skeleton underground somewhere. I feel like that's a pretty natural path for the road to take. I'm not going to worry about texturing it around the corner. I just want to get it at least laid in. Because the whole idea is that, you know, maybe sometime in the future somebody will end up building in this area again. I needed more shears. Yeah, already this feels a little bit better. I like the idea of this little, higher road to all right, well, that's the destination. So now it's just going to be blending the two together. And maybe making it a little bit wider. Oh, with that. This is where the map comes in very handy. Oh, found the skeleton. Oh, okay. I need to go. This curves the wrong way. Yep, this needs to be more aligned here. A little bit too steep. That works. Cool. Now we just do the other side. I'd say this is about where we end it. Yep, definitely around the corner. We're good. Let's see. It makes sense. It looks like it's meant to be there. We're just a little bit narrow here. Always going to be this weird transition. Probably about as good as it's going to get. Nice. At least it looks intentional. Oh, we don't have very many of those. We'll take those. Works for me. Oh, I didn't bring any wood for that. Good thing we chopped down the other tree. Makes it feel just a little bit too narrow. I like it when things like this come together quickly. It's very satisfying, considering how long everything else usually takes me in Minecraft. Like that makes sense. Don't want it to be too repetitive. I do want to try and steer the player to the right. It's a nice view. Really cool. Whoa, nope. Crap. That was very close. Where did you come from? The cave, I guess? Sightseeing tour of the many lakes and rivers in the medieval area. I mean, this could be a really cool like river house build or something. I think it is kind of a neat idea to return to the medieval area, and instead of just kind of going off and building my own thing again, kind of pulling from Westhill and like building out into another community and connecting them. I think that could be really fun. What I should do is get some ferns. Cheese Cat, no worries. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Have a fantastic day. Yeah, I feel like that's a good curated experience. Coming around the corner there. Oh, maybe not. Whoops. Not that that matters. Thought was there. Makes it feel more dense when you walk by. Yeah, like it. Yep, yep. Nice. I think we're good. What I might do along here is throw in a couple of slabs. That will make it look a little bit funky on the map. Nice. It's weird how the map changes levels. The different colors for the different slabs and stuff. I feel like this can now be changed a little bit. A little bit smoother. Yeah, that goes with the topography a little bit better. Maybe be... Yeah, I think that feels okay. It's a little bit better. This is a little bit weird, though. Get rid of this part, maybe. Oh, no. I want that to be a longer step. This feels very straight. Oh, maybe we just, instead of extending it, maybe we dig back? Yeah, just not that far. An odd angle, but I think it does work. Nice. Yeah, that feels a lot better. Definitely need some slabs through here, though. That feels a little bit narrow next to the tree. But all right, cool. So now we just have to switch gears a little bit. And I need those, that, and I think that's really it. Maybe a little bit of strip spruce or something. Oh, gravel. Rain is no good texturing in rain. It's not even a thunder shower, is it? Nope. I always find it difficult to do this when it's raining. Oh, maybe we'll switch those. A little evenly spaced. Maybe we'll have something that looks a little bit more interesting under the tree. And dark. Oops. I find it usually helpful to put some of the lighter blocks on the tops of these sections where it drops down. And then you can also put darker, oh actually this is all going to be forest dirt, so we got to be careful here. Obviously the lighter blocks will help transition into the grass. And put something else back here. SweetSandi reminding me that the stream is at 2 hours. Thanks very much. Appreciate that. I think I need to put that a little bit farther up. Really wish we had more textures for these. I might have to go get my spruce wood. Alright, so I'm going to stick to that break. We'll finish the rest of this texture when I get back. Actually, you know what? There really isn't much left to do. Let's just finish it up. Let's just do it. Yeah, there really isn't much left. I think I want something more in the middle here. Hard to tell in the rain, but I think that's pretty good. Oh, we had lined up the gravel by accident. Let's not do that. Probably have more than one. Oh. That's a cave. And that feels too close together. I think that's good. Unless I want to put the gravel somewhere else. Maybe I'll scoot that back there. Sure. Something about the gravel next to the packed mud looks really good. Yeah, very simple, but I think that really does help it feel like a complete thought. I think the only thing left to do is going to be to add in a couple of lanterns. So I need to go back and get those, but we'll go and do that after the break. Let me just grab the rockets. Let's hang out in here. So for folks that are wondering, I do take a break once an hour. It's a good way to stream. Get up, grab a stretch. You can always bring a friend in if you want to hang out and stream with some good people. And we'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. All right, we need to go get cobblestone. And I think ender chest is already out there, so the iron should already be out there. So it's just the mossy cobble. Don't think I have anywhere else. Something that I did think about actually while I was coming back is that I may want to put in some street lights in places. Not in the town, but like outside. Along the country road. Cobble. Yeah, the iron's already out there. Just in case. Thank you, Sandy, Dan, and Blast. Don't know how many of these we're going to need, but it's going to make sense to put one, probably one more. Probably right about there, actually. Let's go back by one. And I did bring the moss out. I thought we might be able to throw in a little bit of moss in some places. Oh, that does not match at all. What biome are we in? Forest biome. Okay, well, maybe so much for that. Looks like we'll just have to use grass and vines. Yeah, that works. I was hoping to put some carpet over here, but I don't think that's going to look very good. No. Okay. hear the skeleton bopping around somewhere, hiding under a tree. Looks pretty good. You know, I don't mind nothing there. Nice. Would be cool if we could scooch some vines in here. Don't know if I can actually place them on these or not. No. Do have some glowberries though. Oh right, you can't do that in there. Aha. Nice. Sort of looks like a weeping willow a little bit. Might be able to squeeze another one back here. Few things in the inventory. Yeah, just a little bit, right? That's what happens when you're going to go texture something, but then you're like not entirely sure what you need to bring. That makes that tree feel a lot better. Cool. I think that took a very boring straight road and in an hour just turned it into something that feels like a complete part of the build. And I know it doesn't matter, but it looks good from the map too, which is nice. Yeah, I guess the only thing left to do would be to try to add like a few. I should have brought my spruce box with me. A few planks maybe would be the way to go. Or plank slabs, I should say. Even though they don't really fit what's going on. Kind of thing that people might throw into the road for structure, but then it does give us an ability to add a slight variation in things like the slabs. Yeah, that helps a bit. Yeah. Just a little bit of help. Nice. Got these in the wrong order. Don't put things back in the wrong spot. One of the best things I did was turn up the render distance for both myself and the server. Really helps it feel like more of a modern game. Might as well just leave these out. I'm gonna put them back down again anyway. That was a creeper. Did I leave the bed? I think I left the bed. I did. Brown bed at night. So you can see the little street lights going off in the distance where the road was supposed to go. I'm actually wondering if I could do the rest on Saturday. Might be a good thing because we're only half an hour left. Oh yeah, this is going to look a lot better when we get the road going. I feel like I can probably... Oh, this is not flat. This goes up this way. I was thinking about curving it to the right here, but this does not go... That could be more complicated. This is probably a better way to do it. Longer. But much flatter. There's also a really cool space over here. I think I've showed this off on stream before, but it's been a while. Cosmic was up here messing around and filled in like a ravine somewhere. So underneath, yeah, underneath here there's a giant ravine that's been covered over. But through here, if another server mate was to make another kingdom, if you made a road, I think it's this way. Yeah, basically right through here. If you made a road that went in through here, then check this out. When you come through the other side of this like little dark forest thing, you could make your own kind of creepy fantasy entrance to whatever you want. But this way? I might be going the wrong way. Yeah, so you come through here, and then when you come out the other side, it's this huge meadow. Another sunflower plains. I shouldn't say meadow. Sunflower plains. Some wonky Minecraft stuff from like 1.15 that you can get rid of. But like that's a great backdrop. And then when you're in here, like you could build some sort of castle or something. And you'd have like all the space, but then it's not infinite sprawl. Like you have a border, which I think is always helpful in these kind of things. Rivers and lakes and all kinds of cool stuff. And it's very close to Westhill. Maybe this was the entrance. Yeah, that's probably the easier way to go, is through here. You could even do like a little cave. You could do like a cave entrance. Syndicta, thank you very much. I like to think it's a pretty laid back stream. Yeah, we'll finish this on Saturday, tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be busy. There is a 10 a.m. bonus podcast with the Spun Chunks. We're gonna do a little behind the scenes chat there as well, and then my normal stream will be at 1 o'clock Atlantic. Do you have any 1.18 areas on the server? Yeah. Yep. It's one of those portals that I mentioned earlier. We are up here in the medieval fantasy area. That's up that way. And then this is the main center part of the server. Like there's Cosmic's area where we were earlier, which you can see from space. The central portals are all right here. There's the main portal. So then all the teleporting things are like all right here. And one of them takes you to... Where's the 118 zone? It's around somewhere. Not terribly far. I used to be able to see it. Is this it? Nope, that's the mesa. The 118 area is around here somewhere. It's not terribly far. There's the modern city. I mean, modern crossroads is not really a city. It's about the same size as Westhill and nowhere near as finished. Westhill is much larger, or much more detailed. Where is the 118 area? I thought it was like north somewhere. It might be that we haven't teleported to it since we updated. So it might not be showing up on the map. Yeah. Yeah, I think we both got there at the same time, Wimble. Both got there at the same time. More of this stuff. Since we've got a data pack on the server where you can smelt zombie rotten flesh into leather, I really wish there was more that we could do with leather, because I just have access to so much of it now. Coarse dirt. I don't think I have any more room. Nope. Right, let's make more slabs. Probably the highest spot on this side. Nice. Well, we did a pretty decent job, I think, along the road this week. We were able to get all of this done. That was already textured. And now I feel like that's a pretty good experience looking down that road as it curves around. And something that I mentioned earlier, like I said, is that we don't have any lights along here, and we don't have any lights along here. So those are probably the last few things I might want to look at doing. We do have some of these lights closer to the town, and then some of these entrances to the farms have got lights. And so I want to maybe add one there, maybe put one closer to the bridge. Maybe one closer down there. And that won't take very long. They're pretty straightforward and easy to build. Syndicta says you should be able to get leather from sheep. Well, you can get them from cows. I just wish there was more to do with it. You know, a lot of the times I feel like things like leather, dye, trying to think about other things in the game that are like items that stack. It would be really cool if, to condense the storage, we could turn them into blocks. Like a leather block would be a cool texture. You know, dye blocks would be a cool texture. I think that could be fun. Leather block sounds cursed. Yeah, maybe. So on Saturday, we'll wrap up probably by taking that road around the corner. I don't think I'm going to send it to the right. I was looking at the map thinking like that would be the easiest way to tuck it out of sight. But unfortunately, this is very uneven, and it'll be easier to just go straight across here. So we'll just bring it out around the corner. That won't take too long. And then we'll do a couple of lights. That'll be it. The last roads, the last details. So make sure you're here on Saturday. I also will try to find where that sci-fi area is and and show that. I might actually, you know what? I could probably find that now. Hold on. I bet you I have that as an image somewhere. The Citadel. Build zone maps. So I don't know about, I have the exact same one. No. Anyway, I don't have any actual screenshots. They're just like website coordinates and stuff. But I'll see what I can do before Saturday to come up with something for that. Sleep before things get hairy. Nice. So on Saturday, we will be without creepers extending this road and wrapping things up. Get up a little bit higher here. Much better view. Cool. Let me wrap this up and send you off to somebody else playing either Minecraft or No Man's Sky or something along those lines. Lots of people playing No Man's Sky. Any preference, No Man's Sky? Minecraft? Happy to send you on to either, depending on what's going on. So feel free to chime in chat. And do stick around. It's always nice to kind of send you all along to somebody else to increase their views. I will be back tomorrow, as I said, at 1 o'clock Atlantic. That's UTC minus 4 hours. You can follow me on social media, Joel Duggan. You can check out my podcasts on your favorite podcasting app. It's The Spun Chunks and The Citadel Cafe. I do plan to release the latest Citadel Cafe today, so that should happen later on. You can check things out like the Patreon page, which is how I support myself here on Twitch, along with the support of subs and things like that. But Patreon is a really great way. It's patreon.com/JoelDuggan. Super easy to find. And there's a new Minecraft server that started off for patrons of a certain level. That's the community server level. And that started on August 1st. So it's a brand new server and it's only been up for a few weeks. I think it has a name now. Sandy, you can remind me what that name is in the chat because I don't remember it. But the people playing on it are the people that named it. So it seems like a very fun place. Lots of cool builds happening, especially as things get ramped up. Lots of farms and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, let's send you along to Jason Plays is a streamer that I really enjoy. And he's playing No Man's Sky. So if you're new to the game, he usually is pretty good at explaining stuff. So I'll send you on over to Jason and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.